Today we're flying into a place better known for roaring boats and desert off-roading than airplanes. But this next airport might just change the way you look at desert aviation.
Havasu traffic, 39er Hotel, entering left downwind for runway 32, Havasu.
Right next to the Colorado River, we found an FBO that feels like a boutique resort. A restaurant steeped in military heritage and free of Thanksgiving leftovers. And a totally unique transient parking setup we haven't seen anywhere else. Pretty cool. This is the only airport I've ever seen that we've ever seen that actually gives you these as an option. Sitting on the edge of the California-Arizona border is an airport that many talk about and a city that many visit. We see it every time we fly to other airports like Sedona, and we received our fair share of videos showing all the military aircraft that frequently stop here. And even though we won't see any today, there is still a lot to show as we visit Lake Havasu City Airport in Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
Havasu traffic, Stinson 76 Charlie coming around the tip of the island inbound for left traffic 32 Havasu.
Today would be a quick 20-minute VFR flight on a clear but slightly hazy day. We would be departing Bullhead Airport and generally following the Colorado River south at 3,500 feet on a rare, calm wind day, making it an extremely smooth flight. We then make left traffic for runway 32. And as always, we'll start off with a little history. Lake Havasu City's aviation routes go back much further than the city itself. Before there were homes, streets, or the London Bridge, there was a small airfield on Pittsburgh Point, right on the lake. During World War II, that early strip served as a simple rest and recreation spot for the Army Air Corps. It wasn't much, but it established aviation as part of the area's identity. It's really no different today. Everything changed in the early 1960s when entrepreneur Robert McCulloch flew over the region while searching for a location to test outboard engine. That tiny airfield below caught his attention. McCulloch eventually purchased the land, laid out the beginnings of a new city, and used the airstrip as a key tool to build it. From 1964 through the late 1970s, McCulloch Air Service flew thousands of potential residents, essentially using aviation as a marketing engine to grow Lake Havasu City from the ground up.
Havasu traffic, 39er Hotel, entering the 45 for runway 32, Havasu.
As the city expanded, the original lakeside strip became constrained by terrain and development. It simply couldn't handle the increased demand of larger aircraft. Planning began for a modern facility located on higher ground north of the city, with room to grow and safer approaches.
Lake Havasu traffic, Skyhawk 734 Zulu Kilo at the Transient Parking. We are taxiing via Bravo 3 and Alpha to Alpha 1 for runway 32.
Havasu traffic, 39er Hotel, entering left downwind for runway 32, Havasu.
On June 1st, 1991, the new Lake Havasu City Municipal Airport officially opened. It covers more than 600 acres and features a long runway capable of supporting everything from small GA aircraft to business jets. Built to the FAA Part 139 standards, the airport brought updated infrastructure, better safety systems, and improved reliability for year-round operation.
Havasu traffic, 39er Hotel, turning left base for 32 Havasu.
Since opening, the airport has primarily served general aviation, flight training, corporate flights, and a steady stream of visitors who fly in for the lake, the desert, and the year-round sunshine. It has also hosted unique events and operations, including helicopter certification testing, military training flights, and in 2012, the starting point of the Air Race Classic. In 2013, it earned Arizona's Airport of the Year award for its service and community impact. Today, Lake Havasu City Airport remains an important gateway to the region.
Havasu traffic, 300 Hotel, turning final for runway 32 Havasu.
Lake Havasu City Airport is untowered at an elevation of 783 feet and has one long runway, 1432, at 8,000 feet. The runway is in excellent condition despite the extreme heat that occurs here, which can really take a beating on any runway with a constant expansion and contraction from the hot days to cold nights. So great job to the crew that takes care of this airport. With the diverse amount of traffic that flies into here, it does have instrument approaches. First is the VOR Alpha, and it uses the Needles VOR, which is almost perfectly aligned with runway 14 with circling minimums of 1,017 feet AGL. Next are the RNAV approaches for both runway 14 and 32 with minimums of 1,381 AGL and 877 feet AGL respectively. You can definitely see why runway 14 has higher minimums since there is terrain to the north, which is the approach end. Just a personal recommendation, if you plan to fly here at night, especially on a moonless night, fly IFR just to make sure you stay safe from any terrain because it can get pitch black out here.
Havasu traffic, Aero 39er Hotel, clear of 32 for restaurant. Havasu.
So let's talk weather. Lake Havasu City has classic desert weather all year long. That means a very hot summers, mild winters, and ton of sunshine. Winters are comfortable with daytime temps in the 60s to low 70s and cool nights in the 40s and 50s. Spring warms up fast, usually landing in the 70s to 90s, and is one of the best times to be outdoors. Summer though, that's no joke. Temperatures regularly climb over 100 degrees, often pushing 110. With warm nights staying in the 80s. Fall cools off nicely, setting back into the 80s and 90s before easing into winter again. Rain is rare, skies are usually clear, and sunshine is basically guaranteed most of the year. One thing I mentioned earlier is the wind, and yes, it really does get windy out here. As of this writing, the winds are 330 at 23 knots, gusting 28 knots, which is almost perfectly aligned with the runway. On this trip, we landed in winds of 30, gusting 38 over in Bullhead, only 40 miles up the valley, and surprisingly, it was some of the smoothest winds we've flown in. It just feels a little strange because you're landing so slowly you almost feel like a helicopter. It's likely no different here, but as always, fly within your personal minimums.
Havasu traffic, Stinson 76 Charlie is entering the left downwind 32 Havasu.
I'm assuming all of this.
Lake Havasu traffic, Skyhawk 734 Zulu Kilo, lining up and taking off runway 32 for north eastbound departure.
Now, as far as the FBO, it's a little confusing, but we'll talk more about that after we part. Now, this is probably the most transient parking spots we've seen at any airport. Looks like at least 20, maybe 30. It is clearly labeled and every spot has tie-down chains. Now, something we haven't seen at any other airport is transient covered parking and transient hangar parking, and we'll show you what those look like shortly. Now, even though the FBO does provide full service fuel, there is self-service fuel and it's located in a unique spot, which again, we'll head on over after we park and show you exactly where it's located. Now, one of the reasons people really like this airport is for the restaurant located on the field, and it's Hangar 24. And yes, we will go inside and get something to eat. I know you guys like seeing the food, and the last couple of videos we haven't eaten, but today we definitely will. All right, we finally made it after a smooth flight. Now it's time to go do some exploring. Hey guys, so today we're here at Lake Havasu City Airport. We've been wanting to come here for a while now, and you just asked me the question. This is actually our 98th airport overall that we've ever flown into, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But the other thing we wanted to hopefully see today is what?
Military.
Because we've gotten videos and Instagram posts from a lot of our friends that come here, and they always see him. But we might not be able to see him just because it is Thanksgiving holiday, and we really do hope that all of our service members are with their families this weekend. Yeah. So all is forgiven only for that reason. But if it was any other day, we definitely want to see them. But today we're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna, as you guys can see behind us, this is all transient. There's a ton of it. So we're gonna check out transient. Self-service fuel is actually on the other side in between some hangars. And we think that they have covered parking and they have hangared parking for transient, which is pretty insane. We've never seen that before. You found that out yesterday?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Then we're gonna go check out some food because we're always hungry. And we have not eaten this morning. And then finally, we're gonna go check out the FBO that's on the field, which we didn't necessarily need because we're not spending the night here. And we didn't want to have to pay some fees just to be here for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Let's go check out fuel and then we'll go eat.
Okay.
All right, so let's go. Envelopes, pay in there. So on this side, it's 100 low lead. Same stuff as always. Just make sure you keep this closed. Oh, but it's part of the FBO that's on the north end. So, which we will be checking out, and it is called Velocity. So you turn this to reset, and now all the instructions are right here. So pretty simple, and then you got your ladder for your high wings. But people like it because they just come in, fuel up, and then go back around. Oh, paraglider. I've never seen one of those. So we wanted to make something clear. I think I mentioned in the beginning that you kind of go that way and come around counterclockwise, but you actually come from the east side. And don't worry, there's arrows on the ground showing you exactly where you need to go to get to this fuel island. And yes, only go clockwise through this area. The other thing is we talked about covered parking and hangared parking. And we believe that it is really everything that surrounds this area right here, because you have covered parking on the west side, and then you have on the south side, there's hangars that are pretty huge. So, and they all have the same type of signs, and they say a letter, a number, and then private underneath. And that kind of lets us know probably that this is all transient parking, but short term. Again, if you want to know more, check out the city website, right?
Right.
And then they'll let you know more, but it's pretty cool. This is the only airport I've ever seen that we've ever seen that actually gives you these as a option. Probably other parts of the country, pretty common. I mean, we're from California, and this is probably like the last thing most airports have that we visited, right? But now you guys know what to expect. If you want to come into Havasu, you have a ton of options, a ton of transient, a ton of covered, and a ton of hangared parking. So but it's time for food now. So let's go to Hangar 24, right?
Yes.
All right, let's go. No, still no payphone that works. That's good. Not bad. Oh.
I know, right?
That's a lot of shrimp. That shrimp. Good?
Mm-hmm.
So we just got done at Hangar 24.
Yes.
What did you have and what did you think?
I don't remember what it was called.
It was
It
like
was a bowl of some sort.
it was like a barnstorming
Oh, yeah. Maybe-
chicken bowl or something like
Yes, but I substituted my chicken for shrimp,
that. Yes.
and that turned out to be a really good idea
That was
because
good?
it had a little kick to it. It was like chipotle shrimp,
Yeah.
and it was good. It had like guacamole and sour cream, beans, and corn. It was
It looked like it was a lot of stuff on that
a
thing.
lot of food. It was a much bigger portion than I expected,
It
so I didn't finish it, but it was really
was
good.
good. Yeah, and I had just a cheeseburger. Excuse me, because my radio's on. But I had a cheeseburger, but I was upset when you told me there was a smash burger. And I was like, oh my God, I should have got the smash
You
burger.
should have read like 2 more
I
lines
know.
down, and you would have seen
It
it.
really was like 2 lines. It's just, we've never been in a place that has regular burgers and a smash burger. So I looked at the first one. I did not read the whole menu. I read the first one and assumed there was only burgers.
But your burger was good.
It was really good. It was really good burgers, had some fries. Everything was really good.
Yeah.
And then the restaurant itself is pretty cool. We saw a couple of things. You got to see all your
All the military patches.
patches, yes.
Yeah, they have a wall in the front by the main big window, so check those out because there's some patches there that I hadn't seen anywhere
I
else.
know, the PSYOPs one
The
was.
PSYOPs one, the Palmdale Engine Shop one.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. And then the back wall, which we didn't get close to, there were a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
They had a bigger wall with more patches and it looked like it was completely
Yeah.
filled.
And then they had that, you found it first on the menu for the service members.
Yeah, so you can buy troop members a meal. So you give them $10 and that goes towards a meal. So when military personnel comes in and they order, they end up getting a free meal. And I think right now on the wall we saw that there's already been 82 meals
82.
purchased.
Yeah.
So
And again, to the point of the patches, a lot of them do come in here.
seems like it.
Said, I've seen videos from our friend Royce where it's like the Ospreys are in here, the trainers are in here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that happens in here. And of course, it's an 8,000-foot runway. So, of course, it would come in here.
Of course they would.
I mean, again, we're kind of praying that they do come in today, but it's okay if they don't. We'll give them a break this time. Come April when we come back, we want to see some traffic in here.
Definitely do.
But now I think that's pretty much it, right? And then they had the cool plane just hanging from the top. I thought that was cool. And so they're very, very focused here on like just aviation theme. But here's some advice. So when you go in, just grab the menus, find a seat, and then go to the front, get your order, and then you'll get a number, and that's it, right? Pretty simple.
Yeah.
So, but now we're gonna go check out Vector. Is that what it was called?
Velocity.
Velocity, that's what it's called. We're gonna go check out Velocity FBO on the north side and see what that's about. We saw another one, Executive. We'll try to see if we can get into that on the way back.
Okay.
But the first one's gonna take us way north, so it's gonna take us a little while to get there. We'll see how we get there, because I still don't really know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go find out, and if anything, we're gonna go check out some local hangars, maybe talk to someone. But off to Velocity FBO. Ready?
Yes.
Let's go. So if you guys come here after hours, everything's closed. Just walk north and you'll see these big sign that says public restroom. So no matter what, you at least have somewhere to use that.
I like that it's easy to see.
I know.
It's cool. It's such a big sign. They got cookies. So we just got dropped off by Calvin at Velocity FBO. And it was awesome of him. He didn't have to do that. We're not even staying at the FBO, but he just made sure that, well, actually, let me rewind a little bit. He saw us trying to get to the FBO from the airport side, but there's like a big ditch. And then he like flagged us down. He's like, oh, and then we figured out a way to get there. And he's like, oh, I'll tell you more about the FBO. So he told us, and then he gave us a ride back. Yep. Which was awesome. Again, we're not even staying there, but we found out all the information we needed to. The biggest thing right now is their transition.
Yeah, so they just recently changed ownership. Did they say March?
I think so.
But it feels like it just happened.
Yeah.
So much so that the signs on the FBOs still read from the previous owner's name. So the one on the north side still has the Havasu Air Center sign. But it is Velocity FBO.
It is.
And that's the one we visited today.
Right. And I think the south side is the Executive Air Hangar or something like that.
Okay.
Executive Air, something like that.
I saw Desert Air on the building.
Yeah, on the building it says Desert Air.
Okay, so that also belongs to Velocity as well. Velocity ended up buying both of them. So they are not two separate FBOs. They are the same FBO.
Yes. So as confusing as that might sound, once the signs go up, it'll be very clear, but all you have to know is there's only one FBO on the field, and that's Velocity. So both buildings, Velocity. And they're awesome. The facility on the north side was really nice.
My goodness, yeah. That pilot's lounge.
Felt like a spa. It was so, like, the colors are so calming and everything was really nice. So again, you don't have to. You have your transient here and you can keep it simple. But I mean, if you're coming in, you can rent the car rentals.
Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the big differentiator.
Yes.
Is the car rental.
So there's technically two options. Avis is on the main terminal, which is on the south side of the airport. But Velocity does have cars, but they're only for like local.
Like who cars?
He said they're rentals.
Oh, okay.
But you can only use them locally. So call ahead if you're unclear exactly what you can do with that car. We kind of asked superficially, just kind of like on the surface, like what can you do with them, and that's what we were told is more local. But give them a call. You never know, because they are branded Velocity, so maybe it is a crew car.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Either way, they're awesome, great facilities, again, extremely friendly.
Yeah.
And I think you were impressed. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. So and we've been to a lot of FBOs, so it's hard to impress us, but this one definitely did.
It did.
So again, Velocity FBO, great option for this airport. it's locked. Well, that's cool.
So we are wrapping up here today at Lake Havasu Airport, and you know, I think I was surprised by this one just because it had so many more amenities and more things going on than I expected. I don't know how you felt about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge airport. 8,000 foot runway is long, but it pretty much has something along the entire runway. We're actually here at the terminal. We did find out that this area is where the military come. I mean, it happens so much they have their own lounge, which is pretty awesome. And we were able to come in here today because it's quiet today.
Yep.
Again, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so there's not going to be anybody here. But when military's here, don't come here. There are restricted signs around. We went through the pedestrian gate, but again, there was nobody here. It was quiet, and we just wanted to see, was the terminal open?
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
It was not, which we expected.
Yeah, and really, you don't have a shortage of transient parking.
No, but I do want to make note that if you want covered transient parking or hangar transient parking through the city, you need to make a reservation. So make sure you get online and check the availability and make your reservation there before you show up, because I don't think you can snag one of those when you're here.
Right. That's true. That's true. And again, the FBO is great. We're actually pretty excited to visit that FBO in the future. So again, food's good, parking's good, people are good. What else can you ask for?
Yeah.
I mean, we could have asked military,
well,
but
of course, I always want to see military. But we were told, come during the week and in the cooler months, and that's when you're more likely to see military.
Tuesday specifically, right? So come Tuesdays and, you know, you might see something.
Well, we heard that F-35s fly through here. They may not stop here, but they fly through here.
F-35s, you guys should stop here. Just really quick. At least do a touch and go. So, but this place is pretty awesome, actually. I'm really glad we came.
Me too.
And it's a great stop for anybody flying through here. Very quiet. It's non-towered, which is kind of crazy. I feel like this is right for towered, but I'm not saying change it. Nobody get mad at me to say, like, it's just such a big airport.
And there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. That wraps it up for us today. Again, hope you guys like this one. Again, this is a great stop, especially in the winter. In the summer, I don't know, it's hot. But it's a long enough runway you can take off pretty much with anything.
Yeah.
So, ready to get out of here?
I think so.
All right, guys, we're out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one. See you guys.
Now, as much as we missed being able to see military, it was great being able to walk their ramp near the terminal building. And just to reiterate, if you want to see military jets or helicopters, come on Tuesday. Apparently, you're almost guaranteed to see something. We were very surprised to see what Havasu Airport looked like. I personally thought it was much smaller. I had no idea it had such a huge runway, and Irene was surprised how nice the FBO was. So we definitely have plans to at least come into the FBO for a couple of hours, take the crew car, and go do some exploring off the field.
Havasu traffic, Aero 39er Hotel, taxiing from Transient Parking to Runway 32 Runup.
We want to thank all of our members for making us so excited to constantly put these videos together, and even more for supporting us, especially all our Patreon members, because this doesn't happen without all of you. I want you to know that we are constantly thinking of ways to give you all more. We want to make sure that you keep getting some behind the scene videos to keep you up to date with what's going on with Hannah, with what airports we're visiting next, and giving you first dibs on any new stuff we have cooking, like our first official shirt we released a couple of weeks ago. Really, thank you for being so patient with us and still supporting the channel. You guys are truly special to us.
Havasu traffic, citation 7 Yankee Alpha, base to final 32.
Cessna 22GBs were departing with a left crosswind to the west out of 1,200 climbing.
Saratoga 65 Romeo Whiskey, continuing to hold short 32 Alpha 1 present.
7 Yankee Alpha's on final 32 Havasu.
As we get ready to depart, we definitely understand why people enjoy coming to this airport, and this time of the year, winter is our favorite time to fly since it's much cooler. Because in the middle of summer, yeah, we definitely would not be able to have toured the entire airport. Today, we saw pretty much everything and definitely got our step counts in as we walked from one side of the airport to the other on Thanksgiving weekend, which is the perfect time since we needed to burn off all that food. There was a steady stream of all types of planes coming in, so just make sure you keep your ears and eyes outside for traffic. Even saw a motorized hang glider. Yeah, we've never seen that before. And as you probably know, it does not have a DSB, so again, eyes outside.
Havasu traffic 2362, about 10 miles to the south. Going to be entering a long final for runway 32, Havasu.
Havasu traffic, Saratoga 625 Romeo Whiskey, departing runway 32 via Alpha 1 will be straight out to departure to the northeast, climbing at 9,500. Havasu traffic.
Well, that wraps it up for today, but as we depart, excuse my veering off to the right. There was a citation arriving on downwind, and I inadvertently started moving away from center line. I know someone's going to mention it, but I wanted to mention I am fully aware that I probably should have stayed centered. But at least I was moving away from the citation and not towards it. I want to thank you all so much for the genuine support. The easiest thing for someone to do is critique or judge someone's work. The harder thing is to spend your time writing a considerate, thoughtful, heartfelt comment, whether it's about your own experience at the airport, experiences you hope to have soon, or just feedback on the videos. It's no secret that one of the toughest things for people to do is to put ourselves out there for the fear of being judged. And we're no different, but for those thoughtful 99% of you, thank you for making this channel special and reminding us why we do this. We do it for you. Know that we are so grateful for every amazing comment we received. We'll see you next week. Until then, go fly, go discover.
Havasu traffic, Aero 193 Hotel, taking runway 32 at Alpha 1 for a left downwind departure.
Havasu traffic, Bonanza 45 Tango, turning final, 32 full stop, Havasu.
Havasu traffic, Warrior 32245, expediting to Alpha 2. Havasu traffic.
76 Charlie Golf, downwind left traffic 32.
Havasu traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, turn left crosswind 32, Havasu.
Havasu traffic, Cherokee 5407 Whiskey, taking runway 32 and making a left crosswind departing to the south, Havasu. Havasu traffic 19045 Tango, clear runway 32, Havasu. 45 Tango, you're down, right? I'm down and clear. Thank you. Havasu traffic, Cherokee 5407 Whiskey, I'm out runway 32, taking left departure to the south, Havasu. And turning base, left traffic, 32. Is that the citation? That's the citation. 78 Romeo, Roger, full short.
Three, 445, 1 Charlie Delta.
Climate change 220, Southwest 6051.
Center citation 300 Hotel Lima, flat level 210.
One 32.5, 39 Charlie.
32.5, 9 Papa Kilo, good day.
LA Center, Saratoga 431 Foxtrot Bravo, 11,500.
Down 8,000, something myself.
$299.06. Good morning.
Yeah, as soon as we get on this side of the ridge, I'll call it. We'll plan on canceling in there.
Kong 11,000, 0 Foxtrot.
One 1,000, 9 Romeo Mike.
Good morning, LA Center, Saratoga 625 Romeo Whiskey, 19 miles to the southwest of Kingman Airport, 8,800 climbing VFR request.
And VFR request, flight following, contact LA Center, 124.85.
2485, our whiskey, thank you.
Big Sky 320, LA Center, climb and maintain, flight level 220.
Climb and maintain, flight level 220, Big Sky 320.
Airport site, 37 Mike Zulu, we cancel IFR.
37 Mike Zulu, Roger, IFR, can station received, radar service is terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR, frequency changes approved.
Watch 100, have a great day, talk to you out, 7 myself.
Descend 15000, 2996, 0 to Lima.
Okay, 22 GB, we're going to be leveling here at 8,500. We're looking.
$2502, 9 Romeo Max, see ya.
LA Center, Sky 3314, level 240, light chop.
Sky 3314, LA Center. Sky 3314, descend via the rounders for arrival, 1 left transition, Vegas altimeter 29906.
Send via the rounders for arrival for 1 left, Sky 3314.
So you're waiting to climb before you ask for flight following to see if that's the altitude you want to be at.
Yeah.
Got it.
For 0 Hotel Lima, descend, maintain 1000.
Descend 1000, 0 to Lima.
Number 0 Hotel Lima, contact Vegas approach on 125.02.
2502, 0 to Lima, see it.